I'm Kirsten. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you today in person, but I already spent all week with Sean and I needed a couple days off. So thank you for taking him. I hope he's been on his best behavior. Anyway, I'm here to talk about school growth planning. So first of all, I have a kind of a new role in School District 51 this year, and we're still in the process of figuring out exactly what that is. But the idea behind it is having building principals and vice principals have a little bit of time that's district time, so that we can start to work towards more cohesion between these school plans and our district strategic plan, and then ultimately, the plans that the ministry has for our school districts. So there's myself, and there are a couple of other vice principals and principals in the school district who have that time in their schedule where we can meet together and look at that district plan and then bring that plan back to our own schools and our own school plans and try to start that cohesion, because we all know the magic is in the classroom. And if we can't build a school plan that teachers buy into, there's no point to that school plan because it's not going to happen in the classrooms. And so I think that's the journey that we're on, is trying to build school plans that teachers buy into. And then on the other side of it, making sure that they line up with what the district wants and what the ministry is looking for. And it's very exciting. It's a really exciting time to be a part of that process. Sean and I have been on this growth planning journey for a long time now. And I think we have a way of getting teacher buy-in, and I can see how that's going to help align what's happening with school plans with our district strategic directions, and the ministry. So let's have a look at the tool. Okay, so you'll find your school plans tool right there under the school plans tile, right on the main page when you get into BetterEducate. And to create a new plan, you're going to click on New School Plan over there on the right-hand side. And then up will pop this with all the choices of the different versions that you can use. If you have already been through the process of putting in your school district's version, if you have a specific template that you need to use, the way that Sean just showed you how to do, it should show up in this list. If it's not in this list, you forgot to do the final step of making it active. So just pop back over to that green side of things, make it active, and then come back here to new plans. We always use the BCPVPA draft 6-step plan because we think it's the best one. No, I'm sure all these other ones are great. I just never looked at them. The 6-step plan is based on the spirals of inquiry. So that's what you're going to get to see today anyway. Once you've chosen what version you want, you've given your school plan a label and a year, you can add contributors. So for example, Sean and I can both add evidence and edit everything in our plan. You might have teachers that you want to be able to upload evidence, or, whoever it is that you want to be working on your plan. These are people who can, contributors are people who can edit. So you can see it just comes up as a pop-up there. And you can search for members on BetterEducate. If they're not a member of BetterEducate, they can't contribute at this point. So the way it's set up, you have to be a member to contribute. So these are the 6 steps of the 6-step plan. And when you click on them, they open down into a series of questions where you're going to fill in information about your school or about whatever your plan is. Once you get into like step 2, it's all the questions about like scanning, like what do we know about our learners? How do we know that? What are our goals going to be? That kind of thing. And in each step, you also have the ability to add files to support your response, which is actually where you're putting evidence. And to me, that is the magic of this plan this tool, is that you can add evidence in a way that's just really powerful and clear, but it's not necessarily traditional data in that it's a bunch of numbers and pie charts, which is great too. And there's a time and a place for that for sure. But like, here's a really powerful piece of evidence about the breathing and stretching that we do every morning at our school. There are the kids doing the breathing, right? And it's that kind of evidence that's sometimes hard to capture through a survey or, test results or something, like just photos, videos. We also do this, and for Sean and I, this has been a real game changer in how we get teachers to feel connected to the plan. So at the beginning of every year, each teacher completes a classroom scan what is the biggest strength of each student? And if they had a magic wand and could give their students one skill overnight that would change things drastically for their learning, what would it be? And then we go through all of those and we look for themes. So this year at Pearly, we had 239 students. Each teacher is doing like 20 to 25 kids. And then we have a look and we pull out the themes. And what I think is really great about this data is that it's kid specific. It's really, really about the kids in the room. And teachers really connect to this in a way that they maybe don't connect to looking at FSA data or even all the charts that come out of the MDI or that kind of thing. Like this is about their kids that they see every day in front of them. And so we found 4 themes this year, and we have narrowed our focus down to just those top 2, which of course are going to have an impact on things like FSA results. So if our numeracy numbers are low, like maybe that's related to the fact that our kids are totally unregulated. And once we help them learn to regulate, that will make a difference. The other thing you can do with the plan is you can share it, which is an uneditable version. So this is how you share your plan with people that you don't want to be able to make changes to it. You can do that with members in BetterEducate. So here I'm searching for Beau McFarlane, and I'm going to add him so he can look at my plan. Maybe he wants to as he's working on his own. Maybe he just curious about what we're doing. The other thing you can do is you can share this link at the bottom, and that can be used by anyone who's outside of the platform as well. So parents can look at it. You can have this link on your website, and then everyone can see your school plan once you've got it, running. And I think this is just a really, really helpful thing because it's kind of one stop. Like you fill in your plan, you put this link out there, and then every time you make changes in the plan, people who have this same link are going to be able to go back and see the newest version. So it really makes it a living plan too. This is what it looks like once you're in that link. Everything's just open. Parents can click through all the pictures. They'll see the links to the videos, and they can read all of the wonderful things that you've written in all these sections. So if someone has shared a school plan with you, you will find that. So for example, after today, if you're like, wow, I really want to see Sean's school plan, that looks amazing, and you get in touch with Sean through BetterEducate, then he'll share the plan with you, and you will come to the shared school plans tile, which you can see in the top right corner there. And that's where you'll be able to find any plan that's been shared with you over the years. So you can see here, Beau shared his plan in 2019, Patrick shared his in 2018, etc. And then you can look through the plans that way. And I think that is the end of what I have to say. And it's going to be Sean's turn again here. So if you have any more questions about school growth planning, I'm always happy to talk about it. You can send me a message in BetterEducate, or you can just have a look at my resources. There's a ton of videos in there as well.